God aften. Er der nogen dansktalende ombord, som godt kunne tænke sig turen på dansk eller engelsk OK? Giv mig lige et vink, hvis I gerne vil have turen på dansk. No Danes, lucky us. Welcome on board, everyone. Hello, my name is Heidi, and I will be your guide for the next hour. The boat driver's name is Ole, and we are wishing you a very enjoyable tour. Hopefully without too much rain. That cloud behind us does look a little bit evil. We'll see how it goes. Please remember to sit down every time we are passing under a low bridge. And please also keep your arms and everything else inside the boat at all times. Thank you very much for that. Wir wünschen jemand hier diese Tour auch auf Deutsch oder geht es mit Englisch? Deutsch? Niemand? No Germans either. Excellent. A one language tour. How lovely. We begin the tour here in the little Nyhavn Canal. Nyhavn means new harbor in Danish. But the little New Harbour Canal is, in spite of its name, one of the oldest parts of the Copenhagen harbour. It was dug out in the 1670s, and it has always been a very busy canal with a lot of people and a lot of traffic. It used to be the most important trade canal in Copenhagen, and big trade ships from all over the world used to come in here to load and unload their goods. And with these many trade ships, of course, also came many sailors, which definitely meant that the canal was quite known for its crazy nightlife with many drunk sailors for many decades. That's not so much the case anymore. All the dodgy bars have been turned into rather overpriced restaurants, and all the drunk sailors have more or less all been swapped out with tourists. We will now enter the inner harbour of Copenhagen, and the harbour as a whole has definitely changed a lot over the years. In short, you can say the harbour has opened up to the public. It has gone from being a very typical trade harbour with a lot of industry to nowadays being more a place where people live and work and hang out, do exercise and even swim as well. We've been able to swim in the water since 2002 without the risk of getting sick because the water is so clean, and that fact alone really emphasizes this extreme transformation. There are always many building projects in the harbour area. The biggest one at the moment is coming up on your right-hand side. The little paper island is definitely under reconstruction to your right. The paper island has its name because it used to be a big paper storage for the Danish press. Now the old paper storage halls are being torn down, and in a couple of years a very modern so-called water culture house will open here, which is just really a very fancy pretentious word for a swimming pool. Many people have been very upset about this change and this decision because the paper island was home to the very popular Copenhagen street food market for the last 5 or 6 years. The harbour has definitely also become quite a culture harbour with an annual Culture Harbour Festival even. It will take place in a couple of weeks. Along the harbour front are also quite many big cultural institutions, and one of them is coming up on your right-hand side in the shape of the opera. The opera was inaugurated in 2005. It consists of 14 levels, 5 of them are underground, and the roof construction is among the biggest in the world, with an area nearly as big as 2 football fields. And speaking of the roof, it is also a very multifunctional opera because the roof has now many times been used for the big international Red Bull cliff diving competition, where a little extension is added to the roof and then cliff divers jump out from the very edge of it. There are 32 meters down. And the Red Bull cliff diving will take place once again on the 25th of August, so very soon.